Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you guys very much. We're SOJA from Wasian. What do we really need in this life? I look at myself sometimes like it's not right. People out there with no food at night. We say we care, but we don't, so we would lie. What if there's more to this? And one day we become what we do. Now I always say we end up in no shit. Yeah, and roles are reversed and it's different. And we were the ones with nothing to eat. We were the ones with blood in our street. We were the ones with only our screens. And they were the ones watching us on TV. We were the ones broke down and torn, with a life at our back, and I mean a wife in our arms. And I mean they were the ones like, damn, isn't that sad? We were the ones like, nothing ever changes. The only thing I know, that nothing ever changes. I'm looking down your road, nothing ever changes. No, oh, nothing ever changes. Maybe we need more shoes on our feet. Maybe we need more cash and jewelry. Maybe we need more cars and TVs. Maybe we don't know what we need. Maybe we need to want to fix it. Maybe stop talking, maybe stop listening. Maybe we need to look at this world less like a square and more like a circle. Or maybe, just maybe, God isn't unfair. Maybe we're all his kids and he's out there. Maybe she wants us for all our races. Maybe he hates us when we're all so racist. Maybe she sees us when we don't care, when it's heaven right here and fucking hell over there. And maybe we're in heaven and surface is everything. So everything changes. Nothing stays the same. No, everything changes. And if you feel ashamed, maybe you should change it. Before it gets too late, maybe you should change it. My brother, my sister, now everything. This is a song that started the album so I could survive. And when we were writing the album, we realized that it was gonna be one of those albums, you know? And the idea of the album is that we will never ever move on unless we work together. And you always hear reggae musicians and a lot of musicians talking about how we all need to work together. But us talking about it here and feeling good about it, we're talking about it and actually doing it are two completely different things. We all have the power to change the world, and it starts with our mentality, right? And it starts with very little things, you know. When you smoke cigarettes, you have a cigarette, you flick it in the street, now you put it in your pocket, and you carry it to a trash can, you put it there. A much bigger one, right? So I'm gonna drive to the store to get this one thing, and I don't need a car to carry that thing home because I can just carry it. Okay, then walk to the store, ride a bike to the store, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So we look at every single thing we do, right? And not because it's cool and not because it's trendy, and not because, no, because we're actually concerned about the human race carrying on into future generations. That's something that we agree that we want, right? And that no matter what color you are, or what sexual orientation you are, or whatever the fuck you are, we all agree, right, that we want to be around and that we're interested in the idea of passing these lessons we've learned onto our children, right? Everybody's into that idea. It sounds really cool. Well, it's us. We're the ones who make it that way. And because of the way our government is set up, you feel like you don't have a voice. You feel like you elect this cool-ass President Barack Obama and then Congress doesn't let him do shit and I'm so frustrated I don't have a voice. Well, you're right. You don't have a voice. Not in the U.S. government, you don't. They'll patronize you and tell you you have a voice and say that they're focusing on clean they think you want to hear. They'll tell you they're doing that shit, but the truth of it is Congress can be bribed by any corporation in this country that does not have to report that bribery to you, the people. Congress is also the organization that either says we can do this or says we cannot do this. Now, the 3 top oil companies in America lost over $80 billion last year. $80 billion. Now they need 3 votes to shut down something you want, like a solar-powered this, or a wind-powered that, or a water-powered this. They need 3 votes. They need 3 congressmen. So what do they got to come up with? $40 million, man. 45, 15 mil for each congressman to get that bill to pass or to not pass. That's all they need. They made $80 billion. Why would they give a shit? Why would Walmart give a shit? Why would Target give a shit? Any of these companies, they're telling them they can openly bribe the President of the United States of America by bribing the Congress that tells him he can or cannot do something. So you're right, you don't have a voice. And the more people come together and speak up and choose what they want, the more the people have to listen to us. So thank you very much for becoming what we think is so beautiful, which is the mentality evolving, you know, because I can see it in the people here tonight, and it's beautiful. When we started, we were cave people or whatever we were. We lived on a mountain, you see the other mountains, and then the written word comes around, you can pass information. Okay, so me and that mountain over there were friends. Now, if we pass messages there. And then religion is invented. Okay, we both believe in the same God, so we must be friends. So see, the friendship thing is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you come up with nations. That's bullshit, by the way. They fucking make believe Canada, Mexico, and that's just shit we made up. That's the song we made up. But it brought us closer because, okay, I'm from Mexico. Everybody from Mexico, I feel like, you know, they're probably feeling. But we stopped one short of the truth. We stopped in countries. The truth in this world is that there is one country, and that is the circle that looks like the earth. I know I'm talking too much for like, but there's only one country on this earth. There's only one race. That's the human race. And don't let anybody tell you different, because anybody who tells you different is not interested in the progression of the entire human race. They're interested in the progression of their race. They're interested in the progression of their country. They're interested in the progression of their religion. And people like that have been the death of this earth since time began. Thank you guys very much for coming out. We're everything changing. All right.